What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. How's everybody doing? Um, let's get into it, man. I don't know where this is going to go. I didn't really plan this out, so to speak, but uh, I can say this with the utmost respect for everyone on this planet and what we're experiencing, what we're going through. You need to pat yourself on the back and give yourself a round of applause, because this is no easy task. All the things that us as a human being have to take on, whether it be managing friendships, managing family dynamics, managing our career, our work life, our experience, working inward on ourselves and healing each and every day. There's a lot we have to endure as a human, and at the same time enjoy the small things, like smelling the roses, or smiling at somebody walking past you, or giving a compliment to somebody, or standing in our power, standing in our truth, being courageous, being authentic. I want to just say that if no one has told you this, that you are loved, I love you. You're courageous. You are a beautiful soul. You have a lot to offer. You are magical. You are God. You are me, and I am you. And if you didn't think that you could get on this video and talk on YouTube, you can most certainly do it. We all have the strength within us. We just have to go deep inside and pull it out. I never thought that I would be so I don't know, I'm trying to come up with the word, but 5 or 7 years ago, and I'm pretty sure I spoke on this on the channel before, but if I didn't, then I'm speaking about it now. But I was a part of other platforms, doing just random live videos of just speaking, and not to the extent that I'm doing now, but I would just go live and I would take a lot of criticism, and maybe I would have 3-4 people live on my stream, not on YouTube but on other platforms. And this was probably well over 5 years ago, and I remember being in the gym, and my focus was on the external, on my physical appearance. I had to make sure that everything was looking on point before I went on camera. And so my hat was turned in the right direction, and just everything had to look a certain way, because I was essentially afraid of judgment, of somebody criticizing me or ridiculing me or putting me down. And thinking about it now, when I was in those situations and I was going live, I remember as clear as day that how it felt when somebody put you down for the way you looked. And I had that criticism, and there was trolls coming in and making nasty, rude, obnoxious comments, and it hurt. It didn't feel good. I by no, but in no way, shape, or form did it feel good. And if you've ever been put down or made fun of, that it doesn't feel good either. and it hurt. And you know, I understand now that they were just hurting themselves. So it just made them feel better to tear somebody else down. And I don't think ever in my life that I felt the need to do that to somebody else. Even when, excuse me, it's not easy to talk about this, but you know, I don't think I ever put somebody down in that way, like against their physicality or against the way they looked. You know, even in the moment of somebody tearing me down, I never took it upon myself to treat somebody in that regard, because, well, I've essentially been in I've essentially been on every side of the fence. Um, I've been bullied. I've been beat up by a gang of people while friends were watching from the other side of the fence. I've been bullied. I've been name called. I've been, I mean, there's not one thing that I haven't experienced in a negative connotation or a negative form. And and yet at the same time, I've gotten to a place in my life where, and I'm proud to say that, man, it took me 44 years to get to this point. Of course, I have work to do every day still. Of course, I have things to work on. Not saying I'm reached this level of mastery, you know, but I do know that when somebody is as hurtful as that, and they use words in such a hurtful way to cut deep, because words can cut really deep, as you know. I'm sure you've experienced it yourself. It doesn't feel good, and a lot of times we end up replaying the scenarios for weeks on end on how we could have responded, how we could have reacted better, how we could have shown up differently, what we could have said differently. I went through those times many, many times. And now I feel like I don't experience that anymore, because I don't experience I look at it in a different light, first of all. And second of all, I don't, I look at it as hurt people. And when you can look at it that way and have that compassion and empathy and know that, man, I was there too. One day I was there too. And not to say that I'm never going to be hurt. We're humans. We're living a human experience as spiritual beings. No one ever said it's going to be easy, and no one ever said that you're not going to experience hurt. It's a part of life. It's what you choose to put yourself around or in repetitively. Do you choose to change that outcome, or do you choose to change the way you show up, or do you choose to change who you want to be around and who you don't, or what you want to experience and what you don't? You know, I can tell you this, probably the last, I would say, 5 years, I've been experiencing a lot of isolation and a lot of soul searching since especially since 2017, when I hit rock bottom. That sent me down a spiritual path, a soul searching journey, and I've had a lot of time in nature and a lot of time with myself to understand what I want and what I don't want. Now, mind you, I'm still learning about myself and my emotions and what emotions I'm feeling at certain times, because still there can be confusion with that, because I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning who I am and what I want and what I don't want, and who I want around and who I don't, and what type of relationships I want to be in and what type I don't, and what type of things I like to do and what I don't like to do, and not just going around to places and things that I don't really like doing. I understand about compromise, but when you're compromising your own self worth and self happiness, and I don't feel like that is worth putting yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. I don't feel like that is. We came here to experience and explore and learn and grow and evolve, and of course experiment on the planet. Because if we didn't go through these situations, we wouldn't know what we like and what we don't like. How would you know that? How would you be able to tell what you like to do, what you don't like to do, what you're looking for in a woman or a man romantically, if you didn't experience these different things? How would you know what you do like and who you want as friends, or if you even want friends at all? How would you know that? Like, you had to experience it, right? So it can be very, very dark at times, and very and light at times. You know, we're constantly going through that ebb and flow. You know, it was yesterday, a lot came up for me. And you know what kind of triggered it was the weather. There was a lot of clouds that are, as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying to use the right type of word, but manufactured, let's just say. And it was really gloomy, and just like, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a gloomy day and then there's a gloomy day. And when it's like rain clouds and you can tell from your soul that they're real, that's okay. I enjoy that. But then when they're really dense and thick, and they're not of true nature, let's just say it that way, so to speak. You know what I'm talking about, if you know what I'm talking about. And it just brought something out of me that I didn't necessarily enjoy. But the awareness was there. I allowed the awareness to be there to know what I was experiencing, why I was experiencing it. Now, mind you, parts of it I didn't know. Parts of it, things were coming up and I didn't understand it fully. And that's okay too. When we allow, for these emotions to just come up whether we like them or not. And because majority of the time, they just want to be seen. They just want to be seen. And they want us not to resist them coming up or fight them coming up, because what resists persists. I mean, it's like I spoke about the inflatable ball in the pool, and you keep trying to push it down in the water and it keeps coming up, and then eventually it just bursts and flies real high in the air. And that's like our emotions. You keep pushing them down and pushing them down and pushing them down. Eventually, you're just a ticking time bomb. And eventually, you're just going to explode on someone that doesn't deserve it. You're going to bleed over into people, places, and things that don't deserve it. And I am guilty of that myself. I've done that many of times. Because what tends to happen is, if we don't address something that we feel we need to address, eventually it's going to keep piling and piling up and piling up and piling up. And before you know it, there's going to be like a million different things that have piled up on top of each other. And you don't even know why you're exploding. Someone just triggers you or sets you off. Maybe they cut you off on the street and you just lose it. Or a waitress says something to you at the restaurant, you just lose your cool, and you blow your top, and that person didn't deserve it, so I got to make sure that I end this video at a certain time, because yesterday we got cut at the end and it just powered off on me. So we're getting close to probably, so this is kind of a reminder to me to keep these videos shorter, because I tend to just keep going. And again, I don't know if you guys particularly like the longer videos or the shorter ones. If you could please comment that below, I would truly appreciate that. And also, you know, what you got from the video and what it helped you in what way, you know, and how it helped you in parts of your life. I love the feedback everyone's giving. Even if it's something about the picture in the back that you didn't watch the video but you enjoyed the picture, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. Whatever floats your boat. You know, I'm grateful for the interactions. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for the opportunity to come forth, be vulnerable, be transparent, be authentic, and speak my truth, and just come from the heart, as I keep being guided to do by my spirit guides and angels. They keep telling me in the Akashic records and many different ways that I am seeking out guidance, that I need to connect to the heart and come from the heart. And that's what I keep on intending to do each and every day, to drop into the heart as much as possible, if not always. You know, but sometimes the walls come up, you know, for protection, subconsciously. And before I forget, I want to show you guys the card I pulled today. So bear with me a second here. So this is the card we drew today. Let me get in. Hopefully the camera zooms in here. The Moon card. The Moon card. See what you get from this. You know, see what your intuition tells you from this card that was drawn today. Because this is not only for me, this is for you guys too, but this is my daily practice that I've been doing every day to see what I connect with. The teacher, you know, recommended this as a good practice while we're learning tarot. So that's what I intend to do, and I'll show it on each video every day. Why not? So see what you get from that. But I want to just say one other thing, and then we're going to kind of full circle this video and wrap it up. I just want to say thank you to everyone who keeps commenting and giving their input and their feedback. And I'm truly grateful for the interactions from all of you, for the subscribers, for the likes, for the comments, for the sharing. If you haven't already, please comment, please subscribe, please share, please like. It helps the algorithm. We're going to help the community grow faster and faster and get out to more people. And you're doing a good service by liking and sharing and subscribing. You're doing a service to get the video out to somebody else that needed it. You know, and you don't even realize that you're doing that, but you actually are. And you're helping somebody else find this video that needed this message, because this message needed to come through. I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this community. And you know, but a little bit about, like I was saying earlier, I had to check myself and make sure I showed up the proper way before hitting the record button or going live, because I was afraid of judgment, of being judged and being made fun of. And now I just get on here and I don't care anymore. I speak my truth. I am fully authentic, fully transparent, fully vulnerable, and I'm speaking from the heart. And no matter what is said, this is a safe place, and I don't tolerate, you know, a disrespect of anybody, and it will be dealt with, you know. And the comments that does happen will be deleted. They haven't happened yet since I've you know, started this channel, and I'm grateful for that. But I love you all so much. continue standing in your power, being authentic, being transparent, being vulnerable, and opening your heart fully and coming forward with love and compassion and empathy for each and every one of us, including yourself. And as long as you continue to do that, you are shining your light bright, and try not to put yourself in these situations that lower your frequency or lower your vibration. You can feel it. You can tell when you don't feel right, when you don't feel of your highest, when you aren't thriving or in that flow state. You can tell. If you really, really pay attention, like I said, come to the breath. Follow your breath. It's the fastest way to the now, to the present moment. It's the fastest way for you to be present and aware, and the awareness of yourself and how you're showing up each and every day. It's truly the most magnificent gift that we've been given as human beings is our breath. It is so healing. It is so calming. It is so relaxing. No matter what kind of situation you're in, you can come to your breath and just breathe and just follow your chest rising and falling. Pay attention to it when you're walking in nature. Pay attention when you're in a conversation with somebody like your friend or your boss or your partner. Pay attention. The more you pay attention to your breath, the more you will stay present in the now, and you will listen. You will be observant of everything that conversation has for you to learn and for you to help the other individual. Because that's why we're here, man, for each of us to help one another grow. We're all connected. We're all one. I love you all so much. One love for all of us, for humanity. Keep holding that space for compassion. Keep staying in your heart. Keep loving yourself, because you are courageous. You are an amazing, wonderful, magnificent human being who just needs more self-love. Through meditation, through yoga, through breath work, all these ways through going in nature, hugging a tree, through all these ways you can be giving yourself love, self-love. But you are amazing, and just keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself you are a courageous, amazing, beautiful soul with a loving, caring heart. You are a good person, and just know that. I love you all so much. Take care. I'll see you soon. Keep sharing, keep liking, please keep commenting, keep subscribing. Love you all so much. Take care. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors. We got this.